Yeah. Change is hard because people often overestimate what they have and underestimate what they may gain by giving that up. There have been more changes this year than I ever would have expected. It feels like the ground underneath me is shifting, like everything familiar is slowly being packed away. Not just physical, but emotional too. At the very start of this year, we lost a close family friend member. This friend was always here, and he was very good friends with my parents. This shook us, and with it brought a wave of anxiety and grief that I wasn't prepared for. Not long after that, my big brother Jack moved to Tennessee to go and help the family who had just lost their dad. This was a huge change for me because I've always been used to him, me, and Quinn going off, doing adventures, and making memories. And Quentin went with him for the whole first month of February. Quentin's one of my best friends, and I hadn't been away from him for longer than 5 days before that. So that was a huge change for me. Then another hit came. My grandma wasn't doing very good, and for a moment we thought we were going to lose her. But out of God's mercy, he said that it wasn't her time to go. We still have her, and I don't take a single moment of that for granted. Then the biggest change I have so far is I was told we're moving to Tennessee in September. This is going to be the furthest I've ever moved in my whole life. The idea of moving away from the friends I've known for the past 5 years of my life, my grandparents, the routines I've built, it all seems like too much. When I was first told that we were moving to Tennessee, I started having anxiety attacks and panic attacks. And they can be triggered by almost anything. Something that has helped me though is just to look to the Lord. It feels like my body is trying to survive something that hasn't even happened yet. And in the middle of all this change, I'm going to be turning 16 this year, which is another big thing for me. But in the whirlwind of changes, the one thing that has kept me grounded, the one person I've been able to run to is God. Because when everything changes, he doesn't. When I feel like I'm falling apart, he holds me together. Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he shall be a new creature. The old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. This verse reminds me that change, while uncomfortable, it's not always bad. In fact, with Christ, it can be something beautiful. It means becoming new, leaving behind what was, and stepping into what could be. But that doesn't mean it's easy. Sometimes we are clinging so hard onto what we have that we can't even see what God is preparing for us. There's that quote again. We take for granted what we have and underestimate what we may gain. Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season, and to every purpose under heaven, and there is a purpose to everything under heaven. This time change isn't forever, it's just a season. And like a season, it has a purpose, even if I don't fully understand it yet. Then there's Jeremiah 29:11, which has been one of my anchors recently. For I know the thoughts I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace, not of evil, to give you an expected end. God's plans for me aren't random. They aren't chaotic. He knows exactly what he's doing, even when I don't see it. When I feel lost, he's already mapped out the road for me ahead. And yes, I'm not going to pretend like I have it all together. There's still times where fear creeps in, where I miss my brother, where I worry a lot about my grandma, where I don't want to move away from the friends that I've come to love like family. But in this, I've had to look for the good. Tennessee has some pretty cool things. They have a Davy Crockett museum. They have beautiful hikes. They have places where you can learn how to swing guns. And who knows, maybe I'll be good at it. Or at least just have fun trying. When I started looking for the good, I couldn't stop finding it. And that encourages me to move forward and keep looking for the good. Because there is good in everything, because God has made it that way. Romans 12:2, which says, and be ye not conformed to this world, but transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may show what is good, acceptable, and perfect will of God. God isn't just changing my surroundings, he's changing my heart. He's changing my outlook. And he's not using this time to punish me. He's using it to transform me. Because if there's one thing I've learned this year, is that God has a plan in everything. And if he's leading me to go to Tennessee, there's probably something there for me. Something good, something needed. Something I never would have found if I stayed exactly where I was. So I'm choosing to trust God, and I hope you can too.